The Bitcoin price may potentially be setting up for yet another gigantic breakout. We need to discuss this shocking pattern development occurring inside the chart right here, right now. So let's dive in and analyze what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Not only are we going to discuss Bitcoin, but we will be discussing Ethereum as well. So let's get right down to it. And of course, before we do in fact begin, if you could smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the channel. So let's begin right here with the structural components of the trend. Bitcoin did in fact break out to a new all-time high. It also ripped right through my channel of complete and utter importance. You would know if you are subscribed to this channel that this upward sloping parallel channel has been what I've considered to be the most important structural component of this entire trend after Bitcoin broke through 20,000. Sure, we did wind up creating a pennant here, but notice the bulk of the confluence, right? So many support and resistance flips all along this line. Even after we broke out of the pennant, we still saw 3 different resistance points all along this extrapolated channel. Now, it's still happening. Fast forward, we've broken up through the channel after backtesting it as resistance not once, not twice, but 3 times. And now upon breaking it, we have backtested it, held as support. Backtested it, tentatively holding as support right here, right now. If the Bitcoin price is going to be able to maintain this support line above this channel where it was old resistance and now is possibly looking to become new support, my friends, this does look inherently bullish to me here. I had my doubts when we started to see this dump here, a quick reaction rally, a dump here. I even speculated short a little bit. I've closed that trade. I am no longer in a short there. What I'm telling you right now is that if Bitcoin can hold this, we do have to start fathoming the possibility here that this could be yet another crude bull flag. Now let's pull this here. I just want you guys to see what I'm talking about, right? I mean, this one, it's pretty easy to see. You know, it's not perfect, but it could in fact be another bull flag pennant pattern formation. And these pennants have really defined Bitcoin's bull run thus far. Just take a look, my friends, all the way up here, had a massive bull flag, ripped us above 20,000. Over here, massive bull flag, ripped us up to our new all-time high where we are in fact at right here, right now. And if we are going to see a flip here from resistance on this channel to support, in my opinion, we do have to start looking at upside targets. So what I want to do here is take the size of the flagpole, okay, from our swing low there to our swing high there. We're going to bring it over to the tentative potential breakout point, right? We don't know exactly where this will break, if it breaks, so I'm just going to put it here just for the sake of this conversation. Okay, my friends, this does in fact give us a target up here around 59,000. We also have the 1.618 logarithmic Fibonacci target here at the 1.618 ratio of about 53,000. So we do have a bullish Fibonacci target. We do have a bullish flagpole target. And ironically, my friends, the interesting thing here is that this flagpole target almost perfectly lines up with the huge, gigantic 1.618 fib ratio target, which is pulling from our 2017 high down to our bear market low. Okay, so roughly around 20,000 down to about roughly 3,000. This gives us our huge, gigantic macro logarithmic Fibonacci extension target up at around 61,000. Savage, heinous, borderline ludicrous, if you do in fact ask me. But when we mix these two things together, right, and we see that, hey, we do have a potential bull flag here, right, and that we do have the flagpole target potentially up in that range. Also, if we zoom back in, we've not only broken out of this bull flag, which will take the extrapolated move in just a moment, but we've also broken above this channel. Right? These structural components are so important here, folks, right? So important. And now let's take the flagpole here of this pennant, right? Because this breakout in and of itself, sure, we have a little micro potential bull flag here, but this is a huge macro bull flag that this is all just, you know, a breakout, right? This is essentially the flagpole up, right? So we have a miniature bull flag potentially within the macro flagpole, right? I hope you're following along. So let's drag this potential measured move over to the now confirmed breakout point. And I just want you guys to see where it puts us, almost right in the same vicinity, right up around the 1.618 micro fib, which is this swing high to this double bottom swing low. Okay, that's where we're getting this target from, is this right here, the swing high to the swing low of this bullish pennant formation. It puts us right up around there at about 54,000, 55,000. And then this little miniature flagpole puts us right up there around 60,000 with the target range of the golden 1.618 macro Fibonacci extension target all the way up there around 61,300. Let's get this crypto. My friends, if you are enjoying thus far, I really would appreciate that thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, you see what you get. Welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so right now, you know, in terms of indicators and things like that, I'm just not loving to look at them specifically at this very moment. We have seen so many bearish divergences get negated. We have seen so many, the moral of the story here, folks, is that Bitcoin right now still, in my opinion, until proven otherwise, is so parabolic here that, you know, looking for reversal points, looking for things in the chart saying, hey, this is so overextended and frothy. I mean, it's really just, it's been being negated for so long at this point. And of course, this will all come to an abrupt end, in my opinion, at some point, right? We will see an abrupt end, just boom. I mean, it'll all change, as we've seen time and time again all throughout Bitcoin's history, where, you know, dip buying works until it doesn't. And again, this isn't saying long term, right? I'm not talking about the long term. This is a trading channel for the micro moves, right? I always get that. Well, Kirby, if you just buy and hold and hodl forever. This is not a buy and hold forever channel that you're going to sit here and hold through multi-year bear markets watching your portfolio go down 95%. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about swing trading, potential opportunity, trade setup ideas, all of that, right? We're not talking about long-term buy and hold, cross your fingers and watch your portfolio plunge into the crypto abyss, right? That's not what we're talking about here. So from this aspect, right now, I mean, it's worked the whole time, just continuing to buy dip after dip. Now, the one thing that's scaring me, though, let me show you this, is the volume, okay? And what I want you to notice here in particular is that on the daily, volume climax, right at our old high here, okay? The volume has seen a huge, drastic decline. I mean, sure, we are at a new all-time high right now, but look at the volume. This is worrisome for me because, folks, what can happen here, look at the last time that we reversed, right? That was the capitulation back in March of 2020. Volume climax. Let's actually go to the weekly. It'll be easier to see with the larger candles. Okay, so let's zoom in here. I just want you guys to see. Huge volume climax, right? It started the shift in the trend, right? The momentum shifted at that moment. Okay, right here, right now, with the volume still waning and declining, I think it's certainly possible here that, you know, even though we have climbed to a new higher high, there's always the possibility that this really could be the moment in the trend where it's too frothy. There are too many bulls in the market, too many people just buying in, right? They've got a Visa gift card worth of Dogecoins. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, the Don has been seeing these people talking about Dogecoin becoming the next big cryptocurrency. For me, folks, Dogecoin is nothing like Bitcoin. You guys know this, right? You should, at least. I hope that the IQ and the savviness of those of you who are subscribed to this channel understand that this market right now is experiencing a ton of delusional euphoria. That is why I am still always keeping my eye on the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. and showing you guys the importance of what happens if we are in that thrill or euphoria stage, or what happens if we are in an odd, obscure complacency stage, right? What if we've already seen the euphoria? And what if right now this is a very, very odd complacency stage, right? And I still think that's at least possible because of the volume. I'm not saying that that's probable, right? This would be a very obscure complacency stage where we do rip to a new all-time high. Very odd, not traditional. That's why I'm saying I don't believe that has to be the case. But what I'm saying is I'm not ruling it out of as a possibility purely because this volume is very concerning to me here, folks. And I hope you appreciate what I'm saying. It's just a thought, right? Doesn't have to mean anything. It's just a thought, okay? Because we have seen after these volume climaxes in the past, down there, it started our bull run, right? Up here, it ended our bull run, right? The volume climax, okay? Then over here, back in 2017, the top volume climax ended the bull run. So, you know, past performance does not have to indicate future results, but I'm just putting it on your radar that the volume to me is a little suspect, okay? And I just wanted you to be well aware of that before we move forward, all right? So right now, that's what I'm seeing there for Bitcoin. Also, before we get to Ethereum, just keep your eye here on the US dollar this week, okay? The US dollar index, the DXY ticker. We have essentially broken out of this possible bullish falling wedge pattern. Now, for some reason, in the cryptocurrency space, and I say for some reason lightly, many people, when they get involved with the cryptocurrency space, right, they get into it to try and make quick money. Let's not sugarcoat this for what it is. That's why they join. That's why things like Dogecoin are pumping up 1,000% in a week, right? That's why. Then they start to watch content about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in particular, usually. And they get shilled this narrative that the US dollar is infinitely collapsing, that we are hyperinflating, and that Bitcoin has no other trajectory than straight to the moon, and the US dollar index has no trajectory besides right down into the fiat dollar abyss. Okay. My friends, there are a ton of things we could discuss here, but just that narrative that the US dollar inflates does not mean that its value compared to other globally traded foreign currencies is going to have to diminish to nothing in a snap of a finger, the blink of an eye. It's just not true, right? There are many factors at play. I've covered them in depth here on this stream, you know, in the past. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now so you don't miss when I go into this more in depth. But just understand that it would not be out of the realm of normalcy here if the US dollar index did see a short-term rise, okay? I don't mean to ruffle your little feathers there, little Jimmy. The thing is that if it can hold support, right now we have two key levels here. Look, we have this horizontal support, right? Old resistance right about in this general area, potentially looking to now flip into new support. And we also have the downward sloping trend line of resistance, which now we've backtested down to. And if this can hold, I still think it's very possible that we could at least see a short-term bounce here, okay? Doesn't have to happen, but if it does, this uptick in the US dollar has been very, very bad for Bitcoin in the past. These downturns have been very bullish. This was our 2016, 2017 bull run for Bitcoin. This was our current bull run for Bitcoin, okay? So if we were to see something, you know, more along the lines of this, even just back up to our resistance confluence range here, I think it could put some downward pressure on Bitcoin. It's just something to keep on your radar. I'm not saying this has to occur, right? I'm saying it's at least possible, right? It's at least possible. And, you know, if we zoom out here, we are also at this range here by this yellow line where we did have our old double top coming out of the financial crisis of 2008 and 2009, now looking to potentially build as new double bottom support, right? Classic technical analysis, old resistance, potentially flipping into new support. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so now let's move over to Ethereum. Very similar to Bitcoin, we are seeing that Ethereum has not only broken out of its pattern that it was stuck in, right, which is now potentially, keyword potentially, a bull flag here. We've seen a lot of indecision and sideways movement here. And notice, again, the volume. This is the big flashing elephant in the room, my friends, is this volume, right? We're seeing sideways consolidation here. Yes, it is still climbing, but the volume is just still dropping off and it's worrying me. But the good part here, the good news, is that we are still tentatively, for the time being, seeing new support created on top of old resistance. And if this is to continue to play out, let's take our measured move, flagpole, up to the breakout point. Okay, we're going to zoom out here. This gives us a tentative flagpole target up around 2,300 USD. Okay, also here, let's just take the Fibonacci here. I want to show you guys where this one is. I really don't even like showing it on this stream, but there is that logarithmic Fibonacci target up there at 8,654. That is the 1.618 logarithmic scale from our last bull market high in 2017 down to the bear market low, okay? That gives us our golden 1.618 fib up there at roughly 8,654 USD. Now, if we flip this to the regular scale, and we take a look here, let's shrink this again so we can see. That gives us a target right up there in a much more realistic area from my perspective, at roughly right around where our flagpole is. So there is a double confluence there, very similar to what we saw on Bitcoin, right? Flagpole extension target of the pattern and a 1.618 golden Fibonacci ratio target up there at about 2,275 on my chart. So I do like what I see there. Of course, it does not have to hit that target. And if we do, in fact, dump from here, well, what are the targets to the downside? It's just this red box for me. Simply put, it's the red box, all right? Look at all of this confluence we've had here, okay, throughout history. And then we even used it as resistance up here before smashing through. So if we were to drop, all eyes from me are set basically between 850 down to about 650 USD for the bulls to then potentially come back in and look to rip higher. And in a cataclysmic type of scenario, if we were to lose this, back test it as resistance and fail again, my friends, things could get very, very ugly, but that's way too far ahead. So for right now, that's what I'm seeing on Ethereum. There's just not all too much to cover here, folks, in terms of the indicators and things like that right now. It's really the volume. We still saw the climax here, and look at this, friends. Look at that. The volume climax there, still very worrisome for me, as again, it's very similar to Bitcoin. We've seen reversal points, both to the downside and to the upside after these massive volume climaxes. So just keep that on your radar. The volume climax, fractal, if you'd like to call it that, is still a glaring potential problem in my eyes. But beyond that, you see the structural components still look like they could at least be promising. But if we quickly flip over here to the crypto fear and greed index, my friends, we are in serious greed territory right now at a 92 at the time of recording. And you can see this was our last market cycle high back in June of 2019, where we popped from 14,000 back down into the $3,000 range. We were up here at a 95, right? Look where we are at right now. Friends, went up to a 95 and we're currently at a 92. I just want you to be well aware of where we could potentially be at in this market cycle, okay? I'm not saying that this has to be the top. I see from a micro perspective that we certainly could climb higher, as I've outlined basically for more than half of this video. What I'm stating is that you don't want to lose sight of the fact that we could potentially be near a market cycle top in terms of the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. I know this isn't the popular opinion at this point, for real. I know that right now this isn't what many want to hear. But for me, the thing is that, is it that unrealistic to say that Bitcoin went from roughly, 3,800 all the way up to 48,000 in a year, or less than a year, and that we could be nearing a euphoria phase? I don't think so. Think about that. Roughly 3,800 to over 48,000 in 1 year. And people are saying, this is only the beginning. The banks are in, Kirby. The institutions are in, Kirby. The institutions are generally never the losers, my friends. Just keep that in mind, right? Dumb money loses. The smart money wins. The institution is always the smart money, right? Just keep that on your radar, okay? Now, in terms of what I'm looking for here, it's very difficult still to trade here because of the overwhelming potential bearish aspects. But from a micro perspective, you know, this could be bullish here, right? Still definitely could be bullish. It's tough to trade right now. My eyes are set upon this breakout, you know, basically above the all-time high here, which could potentially be a bull flag with the targets we've discussed earlier in the video. You know, and I'm going to be watching this like a hawk with an eagle eye. Okay, so right now I will keep you all updated in VIP with all of my real-time trade setup ideas, entry ideas, exit ideas as I look to potentially crush this market and get this crypto. I will keep you all updated with that exclusively in VIP. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Don't miss any more of my important real-time VIP alerts. I will be posting them exclusively for you there in VIP. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. And if you could one last time, my friends, for the YouTube algorithm, that thumbs up would be so greatly appreciated. Thank you. And if you are brand new, you see what you get by now. Welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the channel. So on that note, be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs. Oh, and beware of the fake Kirby imposters down in the comment section. I will never post a phone number on your comment. I will never send you any type of unsolicited email. That is not me. You can see the two examples down below. They have the same name as me, but they're posting phone numbers. They're using very weird typing to get around the spam filter. That is not me. This is an example of my real comment here. You can see the nameplate has a gray background to it, and I do leave a creator heart next to the thumbs up so you can validate that that is me. I generally only post the VIP information in a pinned comment, so you know that is me there. My friends, don't fall for any of the fakes. Be smart, be safe. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments, nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.